Well, I know we all want to get home by midnight, so I got about 45 seconds here. This is really so special, to be here with all you guys. My experience at Cornell, my being part of the 7-win team was a defining moment in my life. I've had a pretty good life, and the friends that I made from that 7-win team are still some of my dearest friends. Tom Albright, our captain, he used the word erudite. I looked it up. No, I mean, there was all these listings and it said, is erudite a compliment? And it said, that is a compliment. Being erudite means that you have showed a wide knowledge and gains from reading, learning, scholarly. I had a little trouble relating to that. But that's kind of like the way I kind of felt at Cornell with, I never thought of myself as being scholarly at all, but I went to Ivy League school, and it sort of elevated who I was. My roommate, sadly passed away, Paul Hanley, a very talented attorney, just a great guy, and we all remember Paul. I remember Paul and I, he was a philosophy major. And I'd be sitting in our apartment watching Oprah. He would come to me and say, would you type my paper for me? And my uncle owned a delicatessen in New York City. And I'm not bragging about this, but occasionally people would bring stolen items into his delicatessen. It just fell off a truck. And I remember one time he brought this IBM typewriter. And I was actually working in the deli that day, and he goes, hey, Edward, you need a typewriter? Yeah, I can use it. So he negotiated and got me this IBM typewriter for $35. Anyway, so I was really, and in the hotel school, believe it or not, I had to take I didn't have to, but I took a typing course, and I was actually, I get up to almost 60 words a minute, and I got credit for this. I never, with all due respect, I'm being honest. We had some really freaking smart people on the football team. I remember, and you guys remember, we went up and we scrimmaged UMass.
Yeah.
Okay, and we, this was a big scholarship school, and they played BC, and we go up on our bus and we get off, and we're having like our pregame meal, and our guys are really sitting there like with books. They're like reading. And the UMass team, they come walking in and like their athletic gray t-shirts all pumped up, with the mohawk. They're walking like this. And who are they? Oh, that's them. Okay. Well, we went out there, and I'll never forget Coach Music. This was one of the great moments. Jack. We go out there, and the two captains come out. They're standing there with their mohawk haircuts. And I think Albright's, hi, how are you? Love your haircut. when we did another toss of the coin, our guys go out there and their guys with the ball, they had their helmets on. And I'll never forget it. Jack says, he goes, hey, why don't you show us your haircuts now? And we were like, yeah! After the game, we go back in the cafeteria, and they're like meekly working. And we're still there looking at our books. Not me, I wasn't. But we were really a really good team. We proved that to be. But we beat some. I remember we beat the crap out of them. Remember?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Including the tackle by Vic Livingston of their big fullback. I'll tell that in a minute.
Yeah, that was kind of a defining moment for us as a team. When you can beat a team like that, you kind of know you're good. And we had so many kind of overachievers on the team. I mean, we were just talking about how big our offensive line was. I mean, Craig Lambert was the fatso. He was like 230. Tony O'Oro was like, he might have been 175. Jack Cushy was 195, maybe 195. But these guys were just tenacious, and it was I was so lucky to get to play behind them. But why I was really lucky is my fullback.
Mm-hmm. I was honored several years ago by the Ivy League Football Association. For Cornell, I was their pick. And I got up there and I said, I was lucky at Cornell to have 3 great fullbacks. I said, 2 of them came, 1 of them didn't, and he's going to be the unsung hero. And he's here tonight. And this guy, I gained almost 1,900 yards. Mm.
Well done.
I didn't expect the continuing humble, but thank you.
I'm surprised he can still walk around. Because I remember more than once, I'd get the ball and he'd be leading me, and some defensive back really didn't know what he was getting himself into. He would come up and I would hear this crack, whack! And then the play would be over, I'd get up and I'd come back, and this guy would be laying on the ground. And he'd coming back in the huddle, he'd be going, oh, please. I can't do that too many more times, Dave. And he was a great runner in his own, if he ever got a chance to carry the ball. But no, he was the ultimate teammate, and I haven't seen him in a while. He came down on the set with his lovely daughter. I was working on a TV show, Sisters, you all remember those big hits. So he came on the set. It was great to see him. We had a picture taken, which was great. But yeah, I mean, again, it was my defining moment. I'm so proud of being part of that team. I have so many good friends that are here tonight. I can't, Tom Rukowski, Tom Luba, Cliff Henry, my roommate, all the Nuff brothers. It was just, they were just a special group. Randy Shale, we mentioned him. Doug Heron, who was my backup.
great if he ever got in the game. I used that joke before.
Get over.
I gotta recycle some stuff. I'm getting old, it's so great to see Coach Music's family here. What I remember most about Coach, I was always a good athlete. When I was in high school, I was really good at basketball, football. I was just a great athlete. And back then, coaches were really hesitant to tell their best athlete how good they were, because they didn't want them to get a big head.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? That didn't work for me. I had some of the worst coaches you could imagine in high school. It's amazing I got as far as I did. They were just, they were just always criticizing me, yelling at me, and crap like that. And then I go to Cornell. I got through my freshman year. Coach Thorne was our coach. Coach Thorne was great. Again, we mentioned how many people we had out on the freshman football team. I think it was like 129. And I'm pretty sure that a majority of them never played high school football. I've said this before, when they were going off to school, their parents said, Johnny, listen, when you get up on campus, just get involved in some campus activity. Oh, what about football? Yeah! Try out, just go in and you can do it. You can get a scholarship, try out.
Must have been all those quarterbacks.
23 of them.
I forget what I was talking about. Anyway, no, the freshman team was Coach Thorne. It was kind of. I really feel bad they stopped eliminating freshman football, because I think that's where you kind of get your priorities straight. Ted Thorne was a great coach. His job was keeping us in school and out of jail. and we would have these meetings every week, tutoring sessions, and then we were kind of a little more mature when we went on to play varsity football. Instead of as an 18-year-old, like at some of the big schools, you're playing in front of 100,000 people. We were playing in front of our mothers and fathers. But that was kind of we talked about how many fullbacks we had and halfbacks, and it was an elimination process. But getting back to Coach Music, he was the first coach that ever told me how good I was.
Mm.
He wasn't afraid to tell me how good I was. And it really meant so much to me, because I was, I would run through a wall for him.
Mm.
Because I didn't get cocky because he told me I was good. It motivated me, because I wanted to show him that he was justified in feeling that way about me. And that was the best thing I could say. Coach Music was a great guy. He invited me over for dinner once a month at his house. I got to eat steak once a month. Pat, you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he was a great guy. I think we all felt that way, and that's why he was obviously a huge part of why we had a championship team. He was our leader. He inspired in his own way. He was different than other coaches that I played for. He was he just made the greatest compliment I think you can pay a coach, particularly in college, is when you leave there, you say he was a great guy, and he really made me feel good about myself. I don't care how many games you win or lose. It's all about when it's over, especially in the Ivy League. When you walk away and your coach had a real positive effect on you, That's not always the case, unfortunately, but it was with Jack, and that's why all of us stayed in touch with Coach Music and his family, and, I'll never forget him. He was a wonderful guy and a great coach. Anyway, I'd like to sing a couple of songs. No, you know what, the music family we're introducing, these are the great, I want to introduce somebody. This is my one and only son, who's on the Cornell football team. He's sitting back there, he's really embarrassed now. We're going to stand up, Eddie Marinaro, running back for Cornell. Now, if there are any other out there that I don't know about, well, I also want to introduce my lovely wife, Miss Tracy Marinaro. She's and I just want to say, this is a great night for all of us. I'm so glad we can still get to be together like this, and it's just so special, and it will hopefully last for a long time. I kind of realize that we're all in the fourth quarter, waiting for overtime. But that's okay. That's okay. Everybody, I'm assessing the crowd here, and we all look pretty damn healthy. We'll see you guys. Let's not wait another 10 years. Let's do it sooner than that. God love you. I love you all.